Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. As you come, please hit the like button for me, please. You know, I'm not a regular live person, and when I do come on, I don't stay long. That's one thing for sure. I hope you all had a wonderful day. Now, people, let me be honest, I am not going to discuss what is going on. I'm trying my best not to because I was just over on LaDonna's live and she was talking about it. And people, when I was listening to her, her voice was cracking up. She was getting all emotional, defensive. And I'm like, no, lady, come off of the live, in the live, in the live, in the live. Get off, get off, get off. I don't know if she's off right now. But I was just sitting there and I was like, why did this lady decided to come and do a live now when the topic is all hot and everything? Why did she come now? And I'm like, okay then. Because you see, at times it's best we keep silent when certain things is going on, especially when you know that you're in the wrong. You come, you do your apology, and you move on. Why am I talking about that? And I said I wasn't going to discuss it. Please hit the like button as you come. Please, guys, just hit the like button for me. So I won't be discussing it. She already did her apology. She said what she had to say. We all have our conclusion from the situation. It might be some varies, but every single one of us right now, we already have the conclusion on that. So no matter what she's going to say at this point, it is not going to change anything. So that's the reason why I believe that silence at times is best. You're not going to say come out and say anything because when you do that, it is just going to make the situation worse. And I think the live that she's doing tonight, where she's admitting certain things, how she lie and how she was trying to do damage control when she said it was a prank. I think when she's sitting over there now doing all of that, it is just going to make the situation worse. We are just going to look at her differently. Now, people, I hope that we are not just sitting on social media and being entertained. This is something that I always say every single time I say it. We're not just supposed to sit and watch everything that is happening on social media and just laugh about it and be entertained. We're supposed to sit, and learn from it because you see what is going on right now in social media, especially since the latter part of November and early December. No, you realize that it is. Hi, Sharon. Good night. Good night. Good night. How you doing, Sharon? You know, some never know. Say you have a page. It was deceiving when you sent me because I realized that you changed the name, and I think at one point when I did click, I never see nothing much on it. I'm not even, but I subscribed on my two page. Subscribe to your platform. My real page under my real name and the fake one. Subscribe. So sorry about that. Now back to what I was saying. What did I say, Nicole? Hold on. Sharon, you distract me. You distract me, Sharon. Anyway, at times we have to watch and we have to learn from everything that is happening on social media because you see a lot of people, we just watch and we just laugh. We just think that these people come just to entertain us. But when you really sit and look at it, there is a message behind everything. Like what is going on now? I wasn't going to discuss this, but since I'm on the topic, might as well I continue. What is going on right now? It goes to show that as bloggers, we have to be very careful with what we say, not only as bloggers, but when you are a public speaker, whether it be you're doing something on social media, you're doing something at church, school, workplace, you have to be very careful because a lot of us will use our words loosely. We not think before we talk, we just chat. And when you tend to do that, you just come and you just chat, you get caught up in certain topics and so forth. You tend to say things that you will regret later. That is what happened. And we have to be very, very careful. That's the reason why sometimes I sit and I watch when people are doing live and what they're saying. I have to wonder, do they realize what they're saying on live and so forth? Because, yes, you will get carried away at times. You will get carried away. But you have to pay close attention to what you say, how you say it. Because you can come. I'm going to use Sharon as an example. I can come and I can say, Wagwan Sharon, good night. That is okay. And I can come and say, but wait, Wagwan Sharon, girl Wagwan. People look at it differently because I use that word, gal Wagwan. Sorry, Sharon. Because you see, the words that we use, they're powerful. Maybe one person will look at it and they will not feel any way, about what was said. But maybe another person, they will look at what you say and they will interpret it differently. So you have to be careful, especially when you're in a position, when you have a certain platform, you want to go somewhere, you have to be very, very careful. And I don't think that bloggers realize what they're doing, because a lot of them, they will come, you hear them start cuss out people, they start to use the expletive, big up on the people. You have to be very, very careful. And when I watch, especially with what is going on now, that lady, I believe that she was speaking to someone who might say certain things to her. She sit and she analyze it. And then she said, oh, but maybe what that person here say actually. And she come out with it. Get caught up in the topic that she was discussing, not realizing some of the things that she was saying. And now look where she's at. She's over there on her platform trying to do damage control, not realizing that what she's doing is just making the situation worse. So we have to be very, very careful when we talk. Me and one person, people always tell me feisty. And I am feisty because guess what? A person like me, you can't be a weakling. You have to be strong. You have to be strong. People will look at me and people have to say sometimes, why you say it so that was harsh? Because I believe that if me see something, me I go talk it as it is. Me not go just pretty it up and tell you no. I rather to tell you the plain truth. Me not go around no corner. Me I tell you as it is. So if you ask me if your ear look good, me go tell you if it don't look. Me go say well to me it don't look good. I'm going to be plain. You have some people out there. A perfect one is that lawyer gentleman who is now on 2 years suspension. And when I was looking at his story, Vice cartel case, it is going to be next year in the Privy Council. And here now you have one of his top attorney on 2 years suspension. He can't go there go practice. And this, for this gentleman, is one of the biggest case of his career. And look what happened. He won't be able to go and to represent. Why? Because of a mouth. He was on a social media page. He got caught up in the situation, don't remember, or maybe remember and just never really business, that he represent a certain community. So you have to be careful what you say. Yes, you have freedom of speech, but you have to remember that when people see you out there, they're not seeing a eyes, oh Lord, they're not seeing him as the man. They're seeing him as the attorney. They're not seeing him, the entertainer. They're seeing him, the attorney. And that is what he never remember. He never remember because he was saying maybe to himself, say, oh, I'm on a social media platform, I'm going to entertain, or I'm just going to be frank. I'm just going to speak what is on my mind. But you have to remember the position that you're in. You have to remember if it's not a position where like professional, you have to remember your integrity. Because you see that you can't do nothing for compromise. Is that your integrity is supposed to be intact with every single thing that you do on social media, off social media. Nobody is supposed to be able to question your integrity. And you see, when you do certain things on your live and you come and you same one come now and say, okay, I did this, I say that. What you think is going to happen? You're going to have people now, who's going to lose all confidence in you. They're going to look at you now and say, you are this, you are that. Even if you never meant for it to be like that. That is what is going to happen. So people need to be careful. You have some people on social media, if they go in a one restaurant, go order food, people go look and people won't say, oh, there's a lady that speak pure wonderful things, and people might look on that person and say, oh, there's a person who always accuse up the bad word them. That is what people is going to remember, because that is what you put in front of them. And it is so sad to see that something like this happen to someone on social media, especially someone who should know better, someone who keep on coming out and speaking about certain level of education and so forth. It is sad to see that it happened, but it already happened. We can't do anything, can't take back, it gone. All she have to do is just come now, learn from her mistake, apologize. She said she remove it, damage already done. So even if she take it down 20 much time, it is already there. You can't take it back. And it is the same thing for some of us. We might say certain things to our loved one, and at the end of the day, you want to take it back, and you can't take it back. Well, if with woman, we do that. We tell a man, say, oh, nasty man, or you're so nasty, your foot stink, or wash your dirty foot. Now come inside me with your dirty foot. Or something. And then you realize you hurt this person feeling, you want to take it back. You can't take it back. The words were already said. You can't take it back. You have some wife, all dirty crosses, you broke pocket, me tired of you, come out of the house, me no want to see you. All of those things, they say to the person, and they feel bad within themselves when they say it. The person gone on the road, then sit down, Lord, I wonder where John gone now. They feel sorry for what they say, So they sit down, they are fret over John. John gone on the road, they wonder if John safe. They call John phone, John ignore the call. Because they hurt John feeling. They want to take back the words, but they can't. So we have to be very, very careful with what we say to people, especially people who we claim that we care for, people who we say that are our friends, people who we love. Because you see, if someone is your friend, don't go behind the back and go chat. Don't go take up your phone, whether it be Facebook, IG, TikTok, or you go video call somebody and chat about it. Take up the phone, call that person, have a discussion with that person. Say me ear say this and that, but I want to know if it's true. So when you do that, you're not afraid of getting in trouble. You try to provide the person with advice to see if they can listen, if they will listen, and if they can correct the problem or whatever that is going on. But you don't come and you don't blast. Because remember, you say that this person, friendship, you value it. You say that you love this person, you appreciate this person, you respect this person. So you have to remember, when you respect someone, you hold them in high regards. When you love them, you don't want to do anything to hurt their feelings. You don't want anybody to say anything that is going to hurt them. That's how I look at it. So you have to be very, very careful I remember some time ago, there was this young lady and she got pregnant, teenager. She got pregnant and her mother cussed her and tell her if she come out of the house and she this, she workless and all sort of something. It so happened that when the mother kicked her out, she was traveling, going somewhere. And guess what happened to the young lady? She met in an accident. And the same woman who kicked her out and tell her, oh, she work this and this, was the same person. Where did I cry? Where did I cry for her, and say, oh, she almost lose her pitney and all sort of something. So you realize that you say things when you're angry, and then when you're a little bit after, you end up regret it. I know that a lot of people right now, they want to take back what they said to their loved ones, especially those loved ones who are 6 feet under. Maybe you'll hear a person said, oh, I wish my last word to my mother was I love you. I wish the last words to my father was I love you or something. But yet still, you hear some of them saying that the last conversation they had with the person was an argument. They had some disagreement about something, and that was the last conversation. And now they're sitting down regretting what was said to that person because they can't take it back. They can't go and tell the person how much they love and appreciate them because the person is nowhere there. The person not there in the land that they living anymore. So we have to be very, very careful. We can't make, because of social media, we make it turn we in an idiot. And I believe that is happening too often now. You see some of them pan them live, and when the way they carry on, you realize that them head gone, they're mad out. They're doing it all because of the views on social media. They're doing it all because of the little money where they might get off of it. And you see the sad thing sometimes, when you get the little money, it not even make no sense. So I have to sit and I have to wonder sometimes why they carry on like that. Because money is just money. You get it, you spend it, it done. As some me look on it. Blessings, Sandra. Blessings. Hi, Sophie. Sophia Smith, good night. Right. Yes, because of views. So them do it, then get the little money. It not even make them better. Some of them they get the little money, then go waste it out. Them they do nothing. They don't accomplish nothing from social media. They are on social media for years and they still don't have anything to show. And they collect the paycheck, they collecting the money from social media, but yet still they don't have nothing to show out of it. So you can't let because of the little dollars where you get from YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, or anywhere you're getting it from. You can't make because of that you go around and you disrespect people. You can't let because of that people look at you and question your integrity. You have to understand that if you just get 1, 2, 3, 4, make sure that you're getting it, And at the end of the day, when you go and you lie down in your bed and you put your head on your pillow, you can say a word of prayer. Your conscience no bother you. You can sleep like a baby. You don't have nothing to worry about. You don't have to worry who for money. You take who you tell life is get money. You don't have to worry about nothing like that. You don't have to worry who for feelings you hurt. You can sleep in peace. You don't have to worry what are going to happen to your children and all of that because I am someone, I believe that if it no fall upon your head, it will fall upon your pitney. Oh, so, or fall upon your head, fall upon your shoulder, something like that Jamaican proverbs. As some me look at it. So we have to make sure, say, we do everything with the right intention. You can't look at someone on social media and because you don't like that person, because you want that person to come off social media, you go and make up some story now, and come trying to take down that person. No, don't do that. If you see someone on a platform, you don't like the person, you sit every day, you wonder why the person is still on social media. Just understand, God timing is perfect. Nothing not happen before the time. So all you see them on social media, I run up and down, and I go on like them like loose chicken. You dog them out of door. When you live a country, them would have say adopt your pass. Anyway, you just know say them time I go come. Nobody try do nothing for mash up them platform. Nobody don't try do nothing for take them off. Because they're going to come off when the time is right. When God see it fit, He's going to take them off. And it is the same thing for people who don't have a platform, or they have a platform and it only have a few subscribers, they're only getting a few views. Understand that with timing, God timing, you're going to get that 10,000, that 5,000, 2K views that you want. You don't need to come and disrespect anybody. You don't need to do that. Because you see, at the end of the day, you don't want nobody to disrespect you. You ever realize the same set of people them on social media who always disrespect people. And when somebody come and do it to them, you realize how they behave? Them upset, them cuss up people and everything because somebody is giving them back the same medicine. It hurt them. Somebody hurt them feelings bad. And them not like that, but yet still they are the same one that come on social media and they do it to other people, but they have to understand that the same thing you dish out are the same thing will come back to you. So we have to be very, very careful what we do to people. Today, I was listening to the entertainment news, and they were saying that a popular entertainer, hip hop, another female decided that she's taking him to court. She basically claimed that years ago, he and two other guys, RAPE her. And what I realize is that you have these people out there, when they are in positions, they forget how to treat people. They don't remember, say people are human. They don't remember, say certain things is going to come back to haunt them. They don't remember. They let the position get to them head. Whether it be that position that they in for just that simple moment, or whether it be professional, enter, they let it get to them head. And it's the same thing with these people on social media. Because they're on social media, they have people watching them, they make it get to them head. So they start to say all sort of things. And they realize that when you talk certain things, the more the views goes up. So they will continue. But we have to be very, very careful because it got aunt some of them. It got burn them pocket. When I say burn them pocket, I mean burn them pocket. Because people, when we sit down, me have to say sometimes, say, boy, I guess auntie don't have enough money. And that me say sometimes, I guess she just have enough, she don't want no more. But then again, some of them not even have dry crop in there to give her. So might as well she does not pay them no mind. But that is what I say sometimes. Because when you listen to the statements that they come in, you say, okay, then you can say, okay, all right. This a act that, okay, this a section that, okay, that person breached that. And you can pick it up. You can pinpoint exactly what you can put in that statement to hold the person to, because you realize what they breached. But as I said, a lot of them on social media, they don't know what they're doing. They let the position that they're in get to them head. They let the fact that they have people sitting down listening to them get to their head, turn them in a fool, so then start chat pure fart, pardon my language. That's what happened. When I was watching the lady, I realized that the way she was getting upset at one point, she almost cursed. Well, she cursed before on her live. She almost cursed again. And I'm like, look at that. Look at that. You can't make social media make you get so emotional. You can't do that. You're not supposed to. Because of social media, you're going to have a headache. Your pressure go up. No. Of course, Sharon, I'm going. I'm going there to buy cakes. Or maybe I send someone to pick up cake. Maybe I ask the driver to go and collect them for me. I did call Paula already, I was supposed to go last week to go pick up some cheap and clean. But me realize that if me go buy the cheap and clean, no, around the 16 somewhere there, me have to go buy more cake again because I normally buy the cake a week before Christmas and give out at work. Me say no, me can't do that because would I just buy it now if you carry a work, go cut up? I say no. I don't like me rich, me not rich. So me not gonna do that. So hopefully either next week when is after anytime after the 16th or the 18th. When is my leave? Okay. I'm not going back to work after the 19th. So anytime before the 19th, I will definitely be going, getting the cake, or I send a driver to go and collect them for me. So I will just call Auntie Paula so she can just prepare. If I'm going, it will be early morning before work start, like what I did last year. But definitely I will be going. I want to buy one of Andre's also because I see where he's selling cake. So I will just purchase one of his, what do you call it? Rum fire? Rum something. Seem like it have Walipa rum. So I will just buy it. So I will be going. Yes, what was I saying now? Oh, yeah. So we can't make because we have our social media page. We can't make because we have a certain amount of followers. We start to do things that is going to put our character in question, our integrity. We can't allow that to happen. We can't make because people see you and people say certain things and they know that you say certain things and then they realize it's all a lie. People know I gonna look on you and call you a lie. No, don't allow that to happen. So even if say it's the truth and people not going to like it, you come and you say the truth. Because you see, in this life, we have to understand, I know everybody are gonna like you. Nobody now. You see, any day you see you're in people company and if a 10 of them in a one room and a 10 of them like you do something wrong. Any day you realize that if you're in a one room, the 10 of them like you, no, you have to check yourself because something off. Something off. One of them in there, even if them a look at you and a smile, they must inside of them I say, oh, me can't stand a little maga foot girl. Yeah? Look at her belly, big. Look how she look like one little madam. So her belly push out and her body cock up. Look how one of them must have said something like that. Because if all 10 of them like you, oh, 10 like me. Thank you to the 10 who hit the thumbs up, please, guys. I have 32 individuals on this. You can just hit the like button for me, please. Thank you. Last week, I went to church, and I'm going to tell you of this situation. I went to church last week, and last week, Saturday, I'm a Adventist, grew up in an Adventist home. When I went to church, the last time was last year before Christmas. So maybe a year and a little bit now. And I went on Sabbath. When I was there, I have my son with me. Something happened. And somebody said something to me, I'm going to look on the person, I'm going to cuss the person, I say, you know what? I think I'm going to give them the time of day. Because basically, what the person was saying to me, it was something that I'm not in agreement with. It is something where I personally believe that the person was basically discussing me and my child and my mother. What happened, I realized that the person was telling me what the person was saying and everything, but the person was not telling me what they were saying. And I was just sitting and I was just looking at the person and I was just smiling to myself. And I'm like, this lady really take me for an idiot, And let me tell you the reason why I said that. Hi, Bridget. Hi. Let me tell you the reason why I said that. Because here you have this person now can come to me and she can tell me what she and the other person was discussing, And you can't tell me where you did I discuss with the person. Because you see, anytime me and my mother sit down for chat smaddy, we sit down for chat smaddy. So me I go tell her something about the person and she I go tell me something about the person. It's not going to be a one-way conversation. It'll go be two-way, two-sided. And what I realize is that these people, they're really not thinking, They will go and hear something about you and then we come back and tell you. And they will look at you and say, oh, I'm telling you because I'm your friend. No, I don't look at it like that. I look at it and I'm saying to myself, okay, here is here is a hypocrite. That's how I look at it. Because you have to understand that any day someone, if you and someone say you're a friend, you see any day that person can come to you and tell you as it is, that is a friend for you to keep. You see, anytime you have a friend who somebody always feel comfortable to go and discuss you with that person, be careful. There must be a reason why that person want to have that discussion with you. Unless that person know, say really and truly, you claim you're the person friend, but you're not really the person friend. So you have to look at that. And it's the same thing with social media. So that's the reason why I'm making reference to that. Because on social media, you have the bloggers. They will try to come and talk to you, about certain topics. Why? You think they're going to want to come to you and talk to you about certain topic? Because they're going to sit and they're going to say, oh, me and I share the same views. So therefore, I can go and discuss certain individual because really and truly this person don't really like that person. But we have to remember, say, same way that person I come to you and I tell a story is the same way that person is going to take what you say to them and go and tell Dick. That's how it goes. And you see, until we as human beings understand that, everything that you say is going to continue. It'll go continue the same way. Because I was saying to myself, you see the reason why I'm in a church, because you see them Christian people, yeah? You see them Christian people, and that me I say no. Because me say, you see, when we come at church, when the elder tell me about my nail polish, he tell me say my skirt too short, and him are the same person that can tell me say, oh, my legs them beautiful, and him are the same one that tell me say the skirt short, and yet still them tell me say my legs beautiful. When they not look upon you, and then go say, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't wear this. Oh, why you? And I'm like, people like Uno, like people like me, no come at church. But we have to understand to, say, even though we're not in agreement with some of them when they go on inside the sanctuary, we still have to remember, say, we have to know God for our own self. We can't depend upon them church people there for bring the gospel to us. Because those same set of church people where you see I run up and down and I preach the word of God, them are the worst on me and you, whole heap of them. They forget where they're coming from. Whole heap of them, when you see them, they have on the bow tie or the necktie, whatever we call it, the tie. They hope they talk, they in the long skirt and everything. And you see after church, and them same one sit down a chat the woman wear the same outfit last week and all of that. The same pastor that you see up there, I preach the word of God. I him same one did the in the vestry with the sister or the brother. That's how it goes. And Wally we will sit and we look upon that. But we have to remember, say, just as how they are there trying, them say them are Christian, we have to remember, say, really and truly, them are human beings. We have to remember, say, we can't depend upon them for know God for we. We can't depend upon them to bring the word of God to us. We have to know God for ourselves. We might not be able to preach, but at least we should be able to take up the Bible and read. We should be able to sing a psalms or something. I'm old fashioned. Rather to sing hymn, than I rather to sing a hymn than listen to the gospel songs nowadays, because when you listen to some of them, you have to wonder what go on. So I rather Psalms 30 rather than something there. So we have to make sure so we know God for ourselves. We can't depend upon them. We can't depend upon them for come. We can't look upon people and believe that because they are Christian, they won't know. And I see where that played out on social media. every minute. We can't expect say because this person is big, she run her charity, she a big businesswoman. We can't expect say people are gonna continue to ride her day in, day out and she not come and answer. We have to remember that she, just as how we are human, just the same, a blood run through our body. So at times they're going to want to answer. I know everybody might come like me when you hear certain things, you just kiss your teeth and move along because you know say a crap. Some people will want to answer. They like and they don't. Well, sometimes you hear my mother say, "You're not gonna answer her." I say, "Answer her for what?" I remember one day one black lady they are not talking. Because my mother listened to it. And my mother said, "You're not answer." I said, "Well, if you answer for her for." I say, "No, she said that woman didn't have no sense. What you want me if you can't answer her for?" That was what I said to her. Because you have to understand that not everything you hear, you figure answer to, especially when you know the truth. No. Not everything what you see out there, you have to try to address, especially when you don't have your facts straight. You have to make sure that you do your proper research and so forth. I remember some time ago I was doing something for school, and people, this person with a master's, tell me what you do, and I say yes, I have it. And I type it and the person read it and the person say yes, I saw it figure. I'll know I'm not gonna do no research, me just listen to what the person said. And I remember I submit the paper. When I submitted the paper, I got a phone call that I should come to school early because the lecturer wanted to discuss something with me. And when I went, the person I said, if I did marriage, I said no, I didn't get the chance. And oh, and I start to explain. People, he rang so till he did wrong, he rang so till. It was a good thing I'm someone who always submit my papers on time. Me no wait upon the last minute. Me submit like a day or so before. The lecturer just gave it back to me and said, please make sure I get it before midnight. You want to see me up a library I go through. I said, you have to make sure you do your proper research because you see, if you're not doing a proper research, it's going to be pure embarrassment for you. That crap happened to me one time on social. You think it'll happen to me again? Hell to the no. That now happened to me. Nah catch me again. Because me, I am one person, me try my very, very best. Anything will lick me once, now lick me twice. And if you lick me for the twice, no matter things so one third time I come, it not happen. Not going to happen. Robert Escobar. Escobar. Oh, I know that. Sorry, I was looking at the name Roberto Escobar. No se deve. Oh Lord, no se ve nada. Hello, Venada, Denada. Good. What the hell is that? I don't know where you type this, so The Spanish rusty, 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 rusty. Did it in CXC after that? I'm gonna practice again, so it gone. Yeah, so we have to be very, very careful what we say on social media, how we treat people in real life. Don't let your position, whether it be your position on social media, the position at your workplace, the position that you have in the entertainment industry, don't let it get to your head. Because you see, if you let it get to your head and you start to treat people any less than how you're supposed to treat them, it'll come back and it'll give you a big leak across your head. That is what is going to happen. And when I look at what is happening in the entertainment industry with our black men, I have to wonder, who no serious? Because I don't know if you all realize, after a certain period, you realize that the act top set certain things, you hear certain lawsuits, you see females coming out, calling the names, saying all sort of things about them. And you have to wonder if them never think. They let the position that they're in get to them head. And it is the same thing here in Jamaica when it comes on to our politicians and people in authority. They let the position get to them head. So they don't remember how to treat people. When you look at social media, how some
people treat others or they speak to them, you realize that clearly because they're on social media, because they're getting certain views, they believe that they're rich, they're on top of the world. So they let that get to them and they forget how to treat people. They don't remember that what goes around come right back around. And that is so evident in everything that you do. This minute, you might realize that you're climbing, you're climbing, you're climbing. And you see, when you're climbing and you don't remember where you're coming from, guess what? God have a way to humble you. And you see, when God humble you, He not humble you the nice way, you know. Him not do it the nice way. It's always some big disgrace. Always something. Because when you look at it, a lot of them who reach at the top, then start to treat people bad. Look how they come down. Boof. One big drop. Right back down to square one. And at times you hear where whether it be their music was being played on this platform, their music are being removed. They have star, the star get up, they take up the star with the name on it. They have certain sponsorship, they lose it. They lose everything. Some of them, because of the position that they were in, they took out these big mortgage, whether it be on cars, house, they take it out. And you see, when they drop back down, what happened? They lose it all. They lose it. So we have to remember, say, we have to treat people good. We have to say positive things to people. Sorry, if someone offend you in any way, if you hear something about somebody, before you jump on social media with it, take up the phone, especially when it's someone who you claim you love and respect. Take up the phone, have a discussion with the person. You know, so me hear this and that. Is it true? Speak to the person, get the person's side. Nobody say to the person, say, so and so said that to me. You say, if so and so come to you, tell us so and so say, oh, hold on there. Me go hold a three-way. Bet me call Lisa. Bet me call Sam. And you see, if I not so, you go realize the palm on the phone, I go say, oh, you know, me can't have no three-way conversation right now. Me I clean the baby or me I go clean it, me I go cook dinner or something. But anytime people come to you with anything, make sure you have the discussion with the person or you bring the person before the person. You see, me and one person, people not like come to me with them problem, you know. Because you see, anytime they come, me I bring the next person too. I the latest, good night, good night. So we have to be very, very careful. And it is so sad when I see what is happening. This is one of the ladies on social media that I always sit. Well, I used to. Since lately, I just stop watch her a little bit. But before, when she was coming out with certainty, me used to watch her. But after the urine situation, I realized that she did not go downhill. Me ease up a little bit. But we have to remember we can't make, because of certain things, we lose sight of the type of person that you are or you want to be. You can't make because of social media, you do that. I realize that people on social media, they expect to be popular. They expect to get contract from social media. They expect people to reach out to them or something. You have to understand that for that to happen, you have to come with positive message. You have to. Some people, like myself, we come on this, we just talk. We just want to say at the end of the month, we make a little money. So we not have to go in a classroom, go turn up on our foot, or sit down, run a computer, say we are teach class online until much o'clock. We can come, we can just have a little thing, and we make the same amount of money we would have make if we did in our classroom and teach some people, some tough children, some people with, no matter how you teach them, they not take it. While you have others out there, I know that them they here for. Them they here because they want to make something of themselves. So when you're on social media, you want to make something of yourself, make sure that the way you go about doing that is a way in which anybody will take you up. They're going to say, oh, guess what? This person helped this person, that person was doing that, this person speak this. Make sure that they can put you in front of a crowd. And when you speak to those individuals sitting before you, you can give them some word of encouragement. By the time people look at you, they can feel good within themselves. You can help to motivate them. You see, if you can do that, it no make no sense. No sense whatsoever. It no make. So you have to be very careful. I know that a lot of us on social media, we tend to ride people. You see, when we are ride them, we have to be careful how we are ride them. Because you see, when we are get ride, we get ride. Me get it. Everybody on social media get ride. So we have to be very careful. Not take nothing when nobody say, I run with it think a gospel because you think that this person is playing something that is factual. Don't run with it. Do your research, do proper research, not only on social media, but even in life. Make sure you do, because when you fail to do, it's going to be one big embarrassment. You're going to come, you're going to do a live, you're going to have one of the biggest live, that you have since you're on social media. But guess what? That biggest live that you have is going to be just a total embarrassment. People just going to be on it. They're going to provoke you. They're going to mock you. So that's why you see sometimes I believe silence is best. When you see certain things happen, you say what you have to say, you leave it alone. Nobody come and try to address the situation over and over, because the more you do, the more damage you're going to cause. Who's Roberto Escobar? Remove. Why if you remove him? I don't see what him do. Hi, Bridget. What Robert do? I don't see what Robert do. I don't know him. I don't even look right here, so. Good night, Natalia. I already see that, Natalia. So now we are trying to check. See, make your phone now work. Alright, in a one different language. Yes. So people, I'm going to leave. Oh, guys, I have my toy drive coming up, and clothes giveaway. I don't remember the lady, and that lady reached out to me even today again. But I have some clothing that I'm going to give out. I have some newborn baby girl stuff, and I have a boys clothing from, I think the boys is 9 to 10, and I have some for girls. I think the girls, it varies. Some of the clothing I realize is for young babies. These are the set that I collected from the lady overseas that I collected in Green Acres. And it varies. So I'm going to give them out this weekend. I'm supposed to go to a children home. When I called there today, they're letting me know that another group is coming on Saturday, because I wanted to go on Sabbath after the others finish from church, but I'm not sure yet. They said I should call back tomorrow, and they're going to let me know if we can come in the afternoon, because there will be another group there. If we can come in the morning instead of in the afternoon, because a group book already for the afternoon. So I have that coming up for this weekend. I wanted to do two, but unfortunately, because my pocket not so strong, I will only be doing one. So we're not going to be able to visit the two children homes that we wanted to, because I only have one suitcase and one bag, and the toys I'm going to get Friday. So just one children home, and some price. My friends, they're going to get Price Mart cake, chicken, KC chicken, and so forth. So we want to do that on Sabbath. Not sure if it's going to work out yet, because the lady from the children home, she's going to said I should call her back tomorrow. But yes, I have that doing. So please pray for me that I will be able to help others more and pray that it will be a success. Because people, one thing I can tell you, you see, when you go to these homes and you spend time with the children, you look at life differently. Not just the homes, but any children less fortunate. You look at life differently and you be thankful for even the bread and butter where you eat. Because this is sometimes we eat some stale bread and you say, Lord, how this bread tastes so. You realize they kind of stale. We have to give thanks for it, because you have others out there. They don't have none. None at all. They don't have none. Today, someone reached out to me about this young girl. I think she's maybe about 15-year-old and pregnant. And someone reached out to me to see if I can donate the clothing to her. And you see, when you listen to them story there, trust me, you have to be thankful for the liquor that you have. So you see, if tonight when you lie down and you can only go eat some dry crackers and some bush tea, yam it, go your bed, give God thanks. You see, if you only can go drink some sugar and water tea, you not even have the bush you put in it, drink it, give God thanks, bust the gas as we Jamaican would say it. Because others out there, they're going through worse. If tomorrow you're going to school or you're going to work and you put on your shoes and you realize, say, you too big bread, give God thanks for it. Because you have some out there, they not even have shoes to wear. So whatever situation that you're in, give God thanks. You see, if we are supposed to look at the blessing that God provide us with, the things, trust me, we will forever be thankful to Him. And you see, when you look at the Bible, the story of the lady that had the issue of blood, you see, if we had the faith that that lady had, our life would be so much different. Because imagine, he was in the crowd, with the people, and this lady, she press just to touch the hem of his garment, because she said, just if she touch it, just the hem, she will be made whole. So it goes to show that her faith was well intact. And what did he say to her? Lady, your faith had made you whole. Our faith healed her. And you see, when you look further down in that, remember, what his name? Darius, with him daughter, who was dying and he was on his way to meet, to go and heal her. And then that happened. When you're looking, the servant came out and the servant said to him that, Master, it don't make no sense again. You come, me just a translate Jamaican because she already passed. And yet still, he went and he still healed her. Two of the greatest miracle he performed right there. You see, when we supposed to sit and we look upon all of that, we will realize that we need to give God thanks. Because you see, with everything, He's able, every single thing. So just remember that for the tonight and even for tomorrow. Pray for your one another. Pray for me so God can be able to guide and heal and protect us. So thank you so much. Hello, Sandra, blessed one. Oh, hi, blessed one. What are you doing? No problem, Sharon. No problem. No problem, man. Me not throw tithes. So me look on this as my little way of giving back because me not throw tithes. So no problem. When me do it, I just do it twice for the year. So when I do it, I just said, okay, then it is my 10% of giving back. So I don't mind. Chicken. Hi, good night. So no problem, Sharon. Yep, we have to give God thanks. When JPS and Water Commission, you see them two people there, especially the PS him, the J and the PS. Oh Lord, I hate him, you see. Good morning, it's good night. Where are you from, Chicken Salad? Eh? You're saying good night. Oh, oh, okay then. Where is that? HR Europe. Google. Okay then, welcome. Welcome to the live. Even though I'm about to end it. Right. So give God thanks because, okay. Yes, Sharon. Right. So just give God thanks in any little situation because what I'm doing is not how I would want to do it, But you see, when you give back your liquor that you can give, you realize that the children, they are grateful for it. When you help somebody, that person, they're grateful for it. Even if I dey close them on your back where you no want and you give it to them, they're thankful. You ever give somebody on the street, I mean, not one of those career beggars, but somebody on the street who are in need $100, and you hear the amount of thanks so you get, thank you, miss, thank you, miss. You see, anytime I see that happen, I call back the person. Well, I did it twice. I call back the person and I give the person a little more. Even if it is just that 100 Jamaican dollars, you can do it because life rough. People have it hard. So anybody who you can help, just help. If you can't help them financially, pray for them and God will provide that person in their life who will be able to help them. So pray for me. Pray that my little good deed, my little charity, the name of it is SK Second Chance Limited. Pray that it will grow. And as the name suggests, second chance, because I believe that everyone deserves a second chance. So just pray that it will grow. So thank you so much for joining and good night. Thank you so much for joining Chicken Salade. Blessed One, Sharon, Sandra, good night. Please, guys, hit the like button for me, please. Latest, Bridget, good night, all, and thank you so much. I hope you all will have a wonderful night.